Hello, my name is Makara Rodriguez, and my partner is Kari Gonzalez, and our project is Eating from the Inside Out. So we chose biochemistry because we both had similar curiosities to why our body reacts to different foods differently. And in order to further investigate this interest, we found that biochemistry would get us the results we are looking for. We found this project as we were eating out with our friends, and somebody asked why pineapple stings our mouth, and we decided to focus our research on that. Through our research, we learned that bromelain is known to digest proteins that are commonly found in pineapples and in meat tenderizers. It is also believed to have anti-inflammatory properties. These enzymes can get so strong that people working with it in factories have to wear gloves so it doesn't break down their hands. Bromelain is actually a mixture of two enzymes and several other substances. And it is a proteolytic enzyme. It makes sense for it to break down proteins. It is a very useful enzyme, especially for those with arthritis, as bromelain lowers bradykinin levels. Papain enzymes are very similar to bromelain, except for the fact that they are from papayas. You're able to find these enzymes with the papaya when it is young and when it has the highest levels of those enzymes compared to when they're ripened. Our problem is that we learned that inside of pineapples and papayas are enzymes called bromelain and papain. Both enzymes are known to break down proteins, and what we are trying to see is how these enzymes exactly affect our food when we commonly eat every day. Our hypothesis is that the pineapple will have a bigger effect on the foods than the papaya. When with testing, we got meat, apples, and potatoes to test the enzymes on. In our first batch with each food, we used pineapple juice and a second with papaya juice. The next batches were slices of the two foods, while the last two were a combination of the juices and slices plus an extra batch of the foods just by themselves. When experimenting, we learned that when testing that we cannot use canned pineapple as it doesn't give reliable results as the enzyme is mainly removed after the canning process. But with the meat and the pineapple slices, there was no surprise when it was not as tough as the beginning versus the papaya, and it had a very similar result, just not as extreme. The apple with the pineapple as well as the papaya were able to stay fresher longer, and there is very little proteins these enzymes could break down. The potato with the papaya and pineapple as well had almost a very similar result to the apple, though they were tender when pressure was applied due to having a higher amount of proteins than apples. With no acting forces against the food, the meat had no difference in softness, the apple de-ripened, and the potato changed temperature naturally. Through our discoveries, we learned that to be able to tenderize meat, pineapple seemed to be the better option than the papaya, as it gives a nicer scent and tenderizes faster. Both the papaya and the pineapple juice/slices are great ways to keep some fresh fruits longer. And with the potatoes, it didn't have much of a difference other than the small increase of life. An important thing that we noticed is that the enzymes in pineapples are faster to break down proteins than those in papaya. And in conclusion, our hypothesis was partially correct for the fact that yes, it did have a bigger effect on the meat, but the rest of the foods all came out with the same results. These findings help to further prove how eating papaya and pineapple break down your stomach lining as it is built up with proteins. To help further investigate this project, we can't really build up anything else other than studying these enzymes and maybe even comparing it with banana pheromones. And with that, thank you.